Let's just check if everything is ready for tomorrow. But wait, before that, I saw something in my reading yesterday. SMEs in Ghana contribute over 80% of the manufacturing jobs and about 70% of the Ghana's GDP. I mean, I thought that's massive. And it got me really wondering about whether these local businesses know about AfCFTAs and the potential it offers for them. So I'm really excited about this trip.
I can see
oh
that.
yes.
It's palpable.
No, I know, and the opportunities, the things we can do.
I think for me, it's a mix of a few things, the continuation of age-old traditional methods of, whether it's milling shea butter, whether it's making baobab oil, the local arts and crafts, they contribute a lot. How can we bring up ideas and connections for policymakers to also take note?
I'm also very curious to see the real faces on the ground behind the figures, and just how they built their own businesses and how they scaled up their businesses and how can they will be connecting to the world.
Baobab was something that the women can easily access. And with the baobab value chain, the leaf, the fruit, the seed, every part of it is profitable. One, we try to ensure that widows whom we purchase all our raw materials from are getting social inclusion, and that we are being environmentally conscious, but more importantly, we are putting some money in the pockets of these socially excluded groups. We do have a lot of customers within Africa, like South Africa, Zimbabwe, but our greatest challenge has always been how to get the goods to them, because it's so expensive transporting goods from Ghana to our neighboring countries or even within Africa. So moving from Boga to, let's say, Burkina would probably be like 3 hours and you are there. But it's actually cheaper to send goods to UK than to actually send goods to Burkina. So that in itself tells us like the difficulties of trading within Africa.
People from all walks of life came to Seriku because of the wall designs. The designs are really unique. You see it as beautification, but it also has a lot of information. It is an inherited art that we do to keep and preserve the cultural heritage of our community, and also as an economic venture for women empowerment. There's the need to go for little training, and that is what this center does. So the women now, they are being recognized at home because they are able to contribute economically to the family upkeep, and they now listen to them. Things are not patronized in our continent by ourselves because of cost. Means of transport for transporting the products, because that is where our money, the chunk of our money goes in.
Me pabwa me year na first. Me na matwitwa me na mahyehyɛ. Me year na ma di 19 years. And crane make us a Ghana had but be any way am pabwa enko na me run advert biada ne mum na se nyoma no ni papa mu a eye no customers na ɛtɔn me ɛma afoforo. Ye share adwuma na ase emre bi a atwa mu ne de na yen ye de kɔ. Sempa bo na wa lodu e de kɔ a wo Ghana ha de a onni problem. But wura foreign countries ne de a in fact obre charges no e wo soro.
Me pon adwuma no we decided say me kuya. Enti se sia ankasa no me ye kuya. The cashew is 32 acres, anka is 1 acre, eme is 2 acres, cocoa is 4 acres. You want pointing and confirm and cocoa so. Ewa. Cashew ni die. Me chance na determine price. Omba say beto ni say. Eno ba bia am beto ni say. The price how much pay? I know I'm doing. The need bargaining power bia.
Share, I think, is the most available and cheaper source of income because we pick it from in the wild and then we come to process into nuts and then into butter. In a month, we're able to produce 5 tons of butter. That is 200 boxes. Yeah. And further add value like making it, turning it into soap and pomades and creams. Shipping 3 kilos would cost you about 300 plus cedis. And then shipping about 10 kilos to Canada would cost roughly about 400 Ghana cedis. I think shipping to African countries are more expensive than shipping outside.
Being a pace setter, I have to invent my own cosmetic product manufacturing equipment. So I will go to the hardware shop and go and buy a drilling machine and fabricate mixes out of it to be able to use to produce soap. I have to study biochemistry, I have to study cosmetology, I have to study the skin, I have to study the hair. I came out with the best practice for harvesting the shea nut, best practice for processing the shea nut into butter. We brought free fatty acid, which is a portion of the butter that is degraded from 8% to below 1%. And so for the first time, we could use unrefined shea butter to formulate cosmetic product, and the product is still stable. We need to look at the infrastructure. Yeah, it costs like $3,000 to move a container from Johannesburg to Tema, and it was $750 to move the container from China to Tema. Yeah, so because of that, we abandoned the procurement on the continent. We have to import it.
The free mfie nwo e de ba no de mantimi ananti bi nti menya mfie nso de kwa nwotwe ho ba bi na me start me de clean enwunwunwun ne ma nti me ya na ya de a mani jipa nkankan se uye obi na ase no se ese no a e ma wo chi wani jipa. Jinka esanka sabe nka apeja nka esanka mu atre na today bia ya me kam say African no ehuna mane enima bi ntimi enkoso se de wo kan no
nim boy ne kan twumo ne no na na ewa me ni nka kwa on bi school example PF ame ahio ye BNN ahio eja ke esho be kumani me ameka mba he na ameka ya shipping ke ni bie ke eyale eyawafi we hale kaji o wono no kan ya aba no fe duty ye je o pay transport ko ya sheje me duty enye so no ya ho no na profit ni o ka eku aba yi ni e wo be no o ba ya no ba o profit bibio onyo ye konkra
we all free Nigeria na Syria no ba beto kakra so ko he market no nti o mo na sango fo no beto no e na mo ha no ba bi ya be 3-4 months achi wo so afie achi no ba me kai say ye ko fair bi wo Nigeria from how to Nigeria na fa ka na mani ehunu kwa mu nkudu anza na egudo Abuja nti onze no boy ka say ye the but the consider wo mu na doors.
The accelerator for Africa's industrialization is what we are doing already with UNDP, identifying the opportunities for young entrepreneurs.
After African Continental Free Trade Area, mani jisi dia.
Ko fe no kuni okenya heko to Burkina alo Togo no ya ho aketas enme no to kuni onyo oya ho. So
if we have things within our locality and we are able to consume them ourselves, it will move faster and costs will definitely come down. So I'm very excited to hear this and look forward to working with it.
For AfCFTA, I'm looking at access to markets. And so that ability to be able to just send goods as if I'm sending goods to Tamale or Accra is something that we are hoping that over the next 5 years we are able to do without stress and in a cost-effective way.
So now that we are coming to have common economic policy, we need to invest massively in dual carriages that connect the big cities. We need to invest in railways. We need to create strategic inland ports. So somebody in Burkina Faso doesn't have to come to Tema to come and do an export.
Kakasho no se benya bebre ama de akọ amanoni ama so the foreign exchange aba.
Some of my colleague women dream of putting up houses for themselves. Some of them want to travel to Mecca to see the Holy Kaaba. That has been their dream. So if this business grows and it's moving well, I think everybody will achieve their dream.
Market so ebe kase, ebenya sika so kase, e de aboya mbra na ya boa afoforo. Na techiman atumpon, na Ghana atumpon, na bibi man so atima pa yantampa Afra.